you vote can he bring to William Ruto? So William Ruto, the last election, was elected by two things: the Kalenjin vote and the Kikuyu vote, which was big, and the earthquake from Musalia Mudavadi. So you remove the earthquake of Mudavadi with Sifuna, and you remove the Kikuyu vote, and Ruto is bare. William Ruto knows that he's going. The way in which William Ruto is behaving is very normal with dictators. Mobutu Sese Seko, Kamuzu Banda, there's Emperor Bokassa. That one used to be carried with gold.
Correct. A royal chair.
Yeah, a royal chair.
Like a throne.
Yeah. Hata kulikuwa moja alikuwa anaitwa Samuel Dole. Alivutwa na wheelbarrow kama dog. And then there was a guy here, a General Bashir. And here in Somali, there was said Barre. Dictators are there and they come and go. But when they are falling, they never know they are falling. William Ruto does not have the coalition to be able to run and win an election. Let me ask you something. Why is William Ruto beating Kisses if he's popular in Kisii? Why is William Ruto beating Western Province if he's popular in Western?
Yeah.
Why is he beating people in Central Province? And how come he's not beating people in Rift Valley? He's not beating people in Rift Valley.
Are you saying the math is not mathing?
I am saying that William Ruto is not going to be the first person to be defeated. But he must remember that there is a place for retired presidents. Hapa kulikuwa Mwai Kibaki akaretire and he was here. Moi retired, he was here. Uhuru Kenyatta has retired, he is here. Wewe Ruto, wacha maneno. Si umejenga huko Transmara. Wewe retire, enda huko ukaangalia ile makuku unasemaga huko naye. Wacha kutupatia pressure. Anatuambiaga ati yeye ati tuache noma. Wewe Ruto mwenyewe wacha noma.
Yeah. TG, let's switch gears real quick. Running for governor of Nairobi is going to require, I was going to say the word, but I can't say, a hell of a lot of money. I was going to say, whatever. A lot of money.
Yes.
Where are you going to get the money, TG?
One of the best meetings I ever had, as I told you, started at Muthaiga Country Club.
Yeah, with Gideon Moi.
With Gideon Moi. Gideon Moi told me...
Gideon Moi is going to fund you?
Can I make the point?
Come on, TG. Gideon will not give you money,
Can I make the point?
He's not going to give you money.
Can I make the point?
Make the point.
You are asking me clearly.
I am.
And I'm telling you honestly. You know, when you join a political party, you must ask, why are you joining that party? What are the resources of that party? Can it be able to sustain a campaign, or it cannot be able to sustain a campaign? And I told Gideon Moi, I don't have the finances to be able to run Nairobi on my own. Yeah. And if he told me, if you get the ticket from the United Opposition and you are the flag bearer, then we shall raise the resources to support a clean campaign. And that is why I'm telling you from the beginning that when you decide to make a campaign run like this, the first thing you want to do is avoid corruption. And the way you avoid corruption is not creating godfathers who are giving you handouts, and therefore depending on what you do, they come and ask you to pay back. It is important for me to admit from the beginning that I have no shame in the fact that Gideon Moi is a man of means, that he's my brother, he's my friend and my party leader. I would expect that he would do everything possible to ensure that Kanu wins a seat in Nairobi. And I also want to tell you, because I know your uncle and your father, they have roots in Kanu. Hata wewe ukuwe na heshima ukiongea mambo ya Kanu. Wewe unajua Kanu ilianza hapa Kiambu. It was the Kenya African Union.
Correct. KAU. It was
KAU. Yeah. And in fact, later when Arab Moi joined Kanu, he joined it in support of Jomo Kenyatta. So there is a link between Gideon Moi's family and the people of Kiambu. And I come from Kiambu. So Gideon Moi is just sustaining what his father began with Jomo Kenyatta. Hakuna shida. Sifuna has got three advantages. Number one, he was born in Bungoma, so he's a Bukusu. Number two, his mother is from Kakamega. Number three, he's a son of Baba Raila Odinga. By staying close to Raila, he was able to inherit the Baba orphans and the Baba constituency, which included a very big part of Busia, Vihiga, and parts of Kakamega. So what has happened is that Sifuna is the reincarnation of Baba. Sifuna is the reincarnation of Baba, and I want to tell every Luya who is listening to Jeff Koinange Live today, in Sunday Live, is that you must all come, man and woman, child born and unborn, behind Edwin Sifuna. If the entire Western come behind Sifuna, there will be no election in 2027. Because Edwin Sifuna can sit down with his comrade called Kalonzo Musyoka, and they can be able to form a ticket that can take William Ruto home.
A ticket with who as president and who as DP?
Why I think that Kalonzo should be the presidential candidate is based on my studies while I was in Europe. I studied Winston Churchill Churchill greatly and how the Allied forces came together. Churchill was 65 on the 10th of May 1940 when he became Prime Minister of the island of England. And then Hitler was Chancellor in 1933. He was made Chancellor on the 30th of January 1933. But it took Churchill at 65 to unify America, to bring in Stalin, Roosevelt and Stalin, and to put an alliance of allies to be able to defeat Hitler. We need a Hitler, we have a need for a Churchill moment. We need somebody who can bring everybody together, including the Gen Zs, to be able to bring everybody in Gen Zote and put everybody against Ruto in one unified way. You need somebody with the stature of Kalonzo Musyoka to play the role of Churchill, to play the role of bringing the Allied forces together. Yeah. And I believe that not only can he do it because he's a good man, but because he worked with Raila 3-4 times. People like Sifuna find it easier to actually work with him because he's sellable in their part of the country. And he's also sellable to Amunyoro this side. But they should be involved. Let
me ask you this real quick, TG. In your analytical hat, will William Ruto change his deputy president?
He has no choice. Well, you see, Jeff, I wish you could go through these numbers with me. And I don't want, they're not tribal numbers. They're numbers that are factual. The Gema vote is 26%. Followed by the Luya vote 18%, followed by the Kalenjin vote 12%, followed by the Luo vote 8%, the Kamba vote 5%, the Kisii 4%. So the reason Ruto is at 24%, the latest opinion poll, is because the Kalenjin and the Luo vote is 20%, and then here and there, he's around the 24 mark. So to grow from 24%, Ruto would need a big community. The problem with Ruto, hesabu yake ya Baba disappeared. When he made a deal with Baba, he made a deal with ODM. Now ODM is minus Kisii. ODM is minus Kamba. ODM is minus Luya. ODM is minus these huge communities. And therefore, what does he left? He's left with a net Luo vote. And that is why I'm saying if Sifuna exits with the orphans out of the traditional ODM, Ruto does not have the number. So what is the Ruto coalition right now? Ruto has a coalition with Senator Oburu, who wants to be the senator. I think he wants to be elected senator. Yeah. He's not even wants even to be a deputy president.
He wants power.
He wants power. But as a senator, now, who is going to be his running mate? Kithure Kindiki? Kindiki cannot be a deputy unless he's bringing in the vote.
You can't forget about Mudavadi. You can't forget about Weta. And your friend Eugene as well.
Now, I want to, I love Eugene Wamalwa.
Yes,
very much.
Very much.
But, love has got very little to do with the way Western is reacting to Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna has come as a phenomenon. He has come of the people and by the people. It's the same phenomenon I'm dealing with in Wamunyoro. I've told Eugene, this is not personal. Even I have to defer to Rigathi Gachagua because Wamunyoro has taken the mountain. And if I want to be governor of Nairobi, I must go and talk to Wamunyoro. Yeah. So if Eugene wants to survive in Western Kenya, he must talk to Sifuna. He must talk to Sifuna. He has no choice.
You need to tell me about Weta and Mudavadi.
Now, what I am saying, Weta and Mudavadi have now just fallen on their sword. In fact, I saw they went to a football match the other day and they were being heckled. Everyone saying Mimi ndio Sifuna. And the reason is this. And in fact, Farouk Kibet, I would say, among everybody else in the Ruto team is clever. He has been pushing Musalia, not Musalia, but Papa Waroma. He has been pushing Wetangula very much because he thinks Wetangula should be the running mate, not Kindiki.